want us to do is they want us to look at this paragraph and find language that has an impact or a meaning. And so there's loads of examples of language in here that you can pick out. But what I want to demonstrate in this video is that usually they are looking for a practical piece of information and an emotional piece of information. So for example, you might pull out the phrase a local beauty spot and you want to analyse that one. What does this mean practically? It means it's an attraction that can go to for good view, and the word local implies that it's not a tourist location and it's something that is nearby and known to people who live there. And so that's the practical information that they want you to understand. They want you to be able to explain these three words, these three words encapsulate this whole idea about this being somewhere beautiful, somewhere with a good view. It's an attraction, people go there, it's known to people in the area, and it's not necessarily touristy, and it might be nearby. All of that is kind of there. And then they want you to identify an emotion that's associated with that. And that emotion could be that it's impressive and it's beautiful and it is uplifting. It could also be in the context of this article where it's about a teacher who's doing a placement in a different country. It could be that this carries a feeling of being on the inside, being included, getting to know something that only locals know, and a feeling of kind of satisfaction based on that, of getting to be on the inside. And we will just have a look at what the mark scheme says about this as well. Mark scheme, there's loads of options of what you could pull out. We in the text we were looking at local beauty spot. Here that's combined with this whole other bit about and the connotations of being a bird, and that's a bit confusing. But if we look just here at family trek, we can see that there is this dual thing of a walk as a group. So literally, practically, family trek means a walk as a group. But the word family kind of has this connotation of belonging, being part of things, and her feeling included. And we kind of can see that this emotion of wanting to be part of it and being included is really there. And so there's this dual thing of something practical, something emotional. And obviously you could write about that in combination with this, but where they make it a little bit more obvious. Thrilled to be invited. Literally that means she's excited to be part of things. But the emotion is this childlike enthusiasm to be included. If we just look at something else completely different, tigers sometimes roam this area. Literally that means that they wander freely without restraint. And that this is the tiger's territory. What's the emotion connected with that? It's exotic. It's not what we're used to. It could be dangerous, and you can interpret that as actually she's really worried and scared, or this is adventurous and different and novel. And you can do whichever you like, and both are kind of there in the text. But you can see that what the mark scheme wants, what the examiners want, is that you can see the practical implication and the emotional implication. And often when you I think you kind of can sometimes look at these things and they be what's the emotion? And you're there is no emotion. But it's actually when you always need to do these things in order. It's when you pull out what the practical implication is, that then there is an emotional response to the practical implication. So that's my little tip for you. This is from a CIE paper. You can absolutely apply these skills to AQA or EdXL when you do the language analysis tasks. And sometimes in those papers, they tell you what emotion they want you to be analysing. And so that helps you a lot. But comment below what exam board you're doing and whether you found this helpful.